So, you want to learn English in 2026? Here are the 7 things that you should be doing to get to your goal. By the way, I've already made a video on the 7 things that you should not be doing, so make sure you check that out afterwards. Number 1, immerse yourself in English. Surround yourself in English. How kids learn English or any language as they're growing up is by being surrounded by it. No one's giving them a list of grammar that they have to learn off by heart. They just absorb what's around them. And yes, for adults it may be more difficult, but it is possible. I'm not saying you need to move to Australia or America or England. You already have so much access to English content from native speakers right here on your phone, on your tablet, on your computer, on your TV. Your Netflix, your YouTube, TikTok, Instagram should all be in English by now. Especially if your level is somewhere here and your goal is for it to be up there, why are you still watching things dubbed in Spanish or in your native language? English needs to be a part of your daily life. I mentioned this in my other video, but you should not be only exposed to English 1 hour a week or 2 hours a week when you have a class. How will you make progress? Now, I know it's not easy. It's really daunting to have so much new stuff thrown at you when you just want to relax and watch an episode of Friends. And that's why I'm making a series on YouTube where I'll be reacting to episodes of Friends with you and explaining the phrasal verbs and the expressions and the other cultural things that may go over your head when you watch it alone. So make sure to subscribe to see more of that. Number 2, learn from real life examples. Having a list of 20 vocabulary words that you should use when you go on holiday is great, but when are you going to actually get around to using those? If the only way you learn them is from some random list online or on Instagram, it's going to be really difficult for you to implement them into your real life. The best way to learn new words, new expressions, new ways of speaking is from real examples. If you can't go and speak to other English speakers to actually practice this and pick up new expressions, you should be watching tons and tons and tons of TV in English. It's the best homework that I give to all of my students. Watch TV. Number 3. Now this one might make you seem like you're insane. This is something that I did a lot as I was learning Spanish the first couple of years because I was really nervous to actually speak to people and make mistakes and stumble over my words. It made me really scared. So as a step toward actually speaking to other people in Spanish, I started speaking to myself. And I'm not kidding, you should be having conversations with yourself. There's several ways that you could do this. 1, imagine a certain situation. Imagine you're in a restaurant and you want to order food, but you have a gluten allergy. Well, how are you going to go about asking if this pizza can be made gluten-free? Go ahead and practice that entire conversation. Your side, the waiter's side, the random table next to you. The other thing you can do is speeches. So this is a challenge I do with a lot of my students. It really helps those people who struggle to speak in English for a longer amount of time and keep reverting back to Spanish. Even if their level is somewhere around a B1 or higher, they just feel too anxious to speak in English for a longer amount of time. Put on a timer on your phone for 1 minute. Start off with 1 minute. Over time, you can increase that 2 minutes, 5 minutes. And then think of a random topic. You can ask ChatGPT to give you a random topic. Let's say my random topic is headphones. Well, I have to speak for 1 full minute without stopping about headphones. It doesn't matter the mistakes that you make when you're doing this exercise. That's not the point. The point is to train your brain to start putting together full, long sentences in English. You can work on the mistakes later, but if you can't even get a couple sentences out, the mistakes are never going to be solved. So yeah, talk to yourself. That's the best way. Number 4, if you're going to invest your time and money into classes, they should be dynamic. If you go to a class and you see that, well, we're just studying grammar and doing 10 questions to practice this grammar in silence, that's not the best class for you. Classes should be dynamic. You should be speaking. You, the other students, should be speaking for more than half of the class. You and the other students should be taking the opportunity to speak tons and have the teacher correct how you're speaking as well. Number 5, use the internet. In my other video, I actually said to not use the internet, but what I meant is to choose your sources carefully. This app or this app may not be your best bet. Use sources where the English is real, native. Those videos that I see all the time on Instagram of people acting out these really dramatic situations and then explaining something about an expression or a phrase that just isn't true, those videos aren't going to help you, okay? Just think about where you're getting your information from. For example, you should follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I am just starting out, by the way, so I don't have tons of videos yet, but I will. Number 6, to build on from what I said before, make mistakes. Make mistakes. Speak to other people. Speak to yourself. It's fine to make mistakes. I've spent years learning Spanish and I still make loads of mistakes when I'm speaking to people, but that's what will help me move forward. That's what will help me advance. People will let me know, hey, actually, it shouldn't be like that. Sometimes I realize myself that I've just said board instead of para. And every time you make that mistake, the next time, you're less likely to do it. I know it's scary, I understand, but after a little bit, you'll start to feel comfortable. It will come to you, don't worry. You got this, believe in yourself. And finally, number 7, stop translating word for word. Translation is important, it's a tool. You already have your brain hardwired in a particular language, so it's important to help convert that information into English. Don't translate word for word or expect everything to make sense when you translate it word for word. That's a mistake. Languages are so beautiful, they're so varied, they tell you so much about every culture. You should not be expecting it to be like this equals this and this equals this and that's it. If you want to translate to help you, it should be to translate entire ideas, entire expressions. If I say this in English, what I'm saying is this in Spanish, but my words are completely different. Okay, so go ahead and watch my other video if you'd like to see the 7 things that you should not be doing this year if you want to learn English. And if you want to see more videos, go ahead and follow me.